You heard it was coming, and it's finally just about here.
Yeah, the long, drawn-out debate about upgrading the Paseo del Norte I-25 interchange, that part of it is over, and now, get this, believe it or not, like it or not, we're on the eve of the construction, so we sent News 13's Samantha McDonald out to the interchange to fill us in on what you can expect starting today, and then even more stuff tomorrow. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, guys. So today is really the day to start mentally preparing, because at this time tomorrow there will be some major traffic changes, and the DOT recommends commuters make some changes as well.
They really need to plan to leave a bit earlier for work or wherever they're going, especially during rush hour.
Construction begins on the Paseo del Norte I-25 tomorrow. The $93 million project will be done in 4 phases. Starting this morning, traffic control will be in place, and then by 7 tonight, barricades go up. Westbound Paseo will be reduced to 2 lanes before I-25 and west to the railroad tracks. Jefferson traffic will be funneled to 1 lane each in each direction north of Paseo del Norte. Commuters are encouraged to allow extra time for the first couple of days of construction and to use extra caution in the work zone.
I hope that Albuquerque is ready for the project. This area is so congested, and it's been congested for such a long time.
The project is expected to be done in December 2014. For now, back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Samantha. Now, if you want to keep tabs on that Paseo job, progress being tracked in real time on this website. It is PaseoI25.com. And that Paseo interchange isn't the only major upgrade that is going on in the metro area. The second phase of the Albuquerque Convention Center's $22 million facelift, well, it continues today. According to this morning's Albuquerque Journal, this work will give a new look to the West Hall atrium. It includes the installation of a glass facade on the west building and an addition of a deck off the recently renovated ballroom. There's also a new gas fireplace, very nice, and plastered interior walls replacing the fractured face concrete finish. The phase is scheduled to be done next summer.
New Mexico drivers aren't the only ones who got a bad batch of watered-down gasoline. Western Refinery says more than 20 stores in Arizona, Colorado, and New Mexico received the contaminated gas. On Friday, we told you they were mostly giant stations in Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, Santa Fe, Gallup, Farmington, Aztec, and Kirtland. Well, as well as Pilot Travel Center, there was one off of I-40 and Jamestown that also was affected. Now word is that 8 cities in Arizona and 2 stores in southwestern Colorado got shipped the same diluted fuel, which has been a costly foul-up for drivers.
You got to get the bad fuel or water or contamination out of there. So you got to drop the fuel tank sometimes. You got to flush the fuel lines, replace spark plugs, basically just clean all that out of there.
A Western Refinery spokesman says a gasket failed, allowing water to leak into a petroleum storage tank near Gallup last week. The company has established a claims hotline. A call about a domestic disturbance over the weekend led Albuquerque police to a suspected meth lab. 43-year-old Ilsa Westmark faced a judge Sunday on trafficking charges. According to a criminal complaint, Westmark and this guy here, Jason McDaniel, were outside or inside the house cooking meth in their bedroom in the northeast area home. Now, when cops checked it out, they say they found fabric softener boiling on the stove and Westmark in a bedroom with materials used to make meth. Neighbors say they aren't really surprised because there were always a lot of people coming in and out of that house.
All right, here's one that sounds a bit like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, only police say the woman found snoozing on a stranger's couch got a trip to jail. Then yesterday, court. She tried talking her way out of the charges. Marissa Brady here faced a judge yesterday on breaking and entering charges. A man says he found her passed out on his couch at this home in southwest Albuquerque. Investigators say when the guy asked who she was and how she got in, the woman told him that a man let her in. Well, the man told police no, that didn't happen, but Ms. Brady had even more to say in court. Listen.
Did you read my complaint?
Yeah, I read the complaint before I came on the bench. Yes.
Okay. My charges are the people that were there were not, they didn't say I was being there, they didn't say anything like that. My identity theft was myself. The officer just,
Ma'am,
I'm so sorry.
Pretty sure that's not a good way to address a judge in court. Turns out the homeowner's wife was upstairs sleeping when Ms. Brady is accused of breaking in and setting up camp in their living room. Well, it makes good sense. You almost wonder why we didn't have this before. The New Mexico National Guard is now partnering with the Archdiocese of Santa Fe to provide support for Guard members and their families. In fact, they're signing the partnership document this morning at 10 o'clock. According to today's Albuquerque Journal, the voluntary Partners in Care agreements are available to all faith-based communities and allow soldiers to receive services regardless of their religious beliefs. Archdiocese officials provide the Guard with a current list of support services offered, congregational points of contact, training and information, and support in times of crisis. Looks like a good deal.
Cutting back apparently is not an option, at least not a well-received one. A state task force is looking at ways to continue New Mexico's lottery-funded college scholarship program. Discussions to increase eligibility requirements or cut back what the scholarship covers didn't go well on Friday. But tuition hikes are causing the cost of these scholarships to grow faster than the actual lottery revenues. Well, a whole bunch of educational entities are setting a big goal. It's called Mission Graduate, a cradle to career education partnership for Central New Mexico. The community-based initiative's goal is to get about 60,000 new graduates with college degrees and certificates in New Mexico by 2020. They're launching it today at 1:30 at the Rayathon K-Tech at 1300 Eubank Southeast. All right, this morning, there is word from the UK that children who do not have a set bedtime are more likely to have behavioral problems. A study is reported in the journal Pediatrics. Researchers tracked the bedtimes of more than 10,000 kids up to age 7. Then they compared their findings with teacher and parent progress reports. Researchers believe irregular bedtimes upset the body's natural rhythm and that sleep deprivation harms developing brains.